Lamar Jackson is the newest addition to the NFL quarterback trade rumors. Could he land in Tennessee? Well, we're going to talk about it today, but before we do, make sure you go down and hit that sub button. Again, big names, big moves coming your way. Free agency starting next week. You're not going to want to miss anything that Carthon and the Titans front office is doing, so make sure you hit that sub button. We'll have you covered, and turn on those noties so you get it right away. All right, let's talk about Lamar Jackson. He was yesterday given the non-exclusive franchise tag by the Baltimore Ravens, and let me tell you about what that kind of means for him and for the organization. Michael Ginnitti from Spotrac said, when a player is offered a non-exclusive tag, he is still able to negotiate with other organizations. If an offer sheet is submitted and signed by the tagged play, the previous team must match the offer to keep the player, he meant player. Otherwise, the player will officially sign with the new team, who will send 2 first-round picks to the losing team in order to complete the transaction. So, Lamar Jackson has a little bit of wiggle room here to negotiate with other teams. The Ravens have to match that offer or better it. If not, and they say, okay, we'll let you go, whatever team does want Lamar Jackson is giving up 2 first-round picks. So, when it comes to the Titans, let's weigh the options if they do decide, okay, we're going to go all in and go get Lamar Jackson. There's a lot to consider here. I don't know that this is something you just want to go after. It looks pretty, it's shiny on the surface, but let's break down why it might be not the best idea. It might be a bad idea. First up, the draft capital. Like I just said, you'd be giving up 2 first-round picks. We know those picks for the Titans right now are crucial. They have a lot of work to do, not just this season, but moving forward, depending on what Carthon is able to do during the 2023 offseason. But you don't really want to just go out of your way to give out 2 first-rounders and hope that things kind of work out with Lamar Jackson. You still have a lot of holes on the roster. That brings me to my second point, the roster issues. If you're giving up draft capital, as well as, mind you, you still have to pay Lamar Jackson, and negotiations still have to take place. So you're still giving out money, you're still losing draft capital, and you have those roster issues that you have to fix. Wide receiver, O-line, the pass D. You've got holes that need to be filled. And if you're giving away draft capital and spending money on big-time quarterbacks, you're not saving money or draft picks to go fix those issues. So that's something to consider before just going all in on Lamar Jackson. The other thing, he's injured. We saw him go out with a knee injury this past season. I believe he missed 6 games. It hurt the Ravens. They rolled with Tyler Huntley pretty well, but still, that's a franchise quarterback. You don't want to see him get injured. He had ankle injuries before that, concussions, all kinds of stuff, which brings me back to the same point I've been making so many times before. Do you really want to bring in somebody that is injury-ridden? Granted, he is a great quarterback, but we saw how this team spiraled when Ryan Tannehill went down with an ankle injury. What's the difference? If Lamar Jackson, there's concerns about his health. That is something you have to take into account when you're about to spend big money to go get a guy like this. Ryan Tannehill, whom I just mentioned, Carthon just said he's a Titan, he will be a Titan. That has been taken as, okay, they're going to rock with Ryan Tannehill as QB1 this year. He's still on contract for another year. You kind of worry about the quarterback questions later, I guess. That's what Carthon said. Ryan Tannehill will be a Titan. Is that true? Is something going to change in the next coming weeks, months maybe? I don't know. But why not roll with Ryan Tannehill for one more year? I think if you fill the positions around him and give him the protection he needs, the weapons he needs, I think you make it through 2023 and possibly see the postseason. I don't think that's out of the question. So you've got Ryan Tannehill. Why just kind of throw that out the window? You would either have to trade him or cut him and eat that money if you want to bring in Lamar Jackson. And of course, yes, Lamar Jackson was 2019 MVP, but that was 4 years ago. We've seen him get injured. 4 years is a lot of time in football years. Does that mean that he'll still be at that same MVP level in 2023? And suppose you do grab him and sign him and extend him 2024, 2025, 2026, is he still at that same MVP level? These are things you have to take into account before just grabbing the pretty quarterback that just popped up and is an option now. But I am going to play devil's advocate, and we are going to visit the other side of this argument. Plain and simple, scared money don't make money, boys and girls. There could be reason to argue as to why bringing Lamar Jackson to Tennessee could be a good gamble for this franchise. But before I get into that side of the argument, let me tell you about today's sponsor in Athletic Greens. God, I love Athletic Greens. They are great. Titans Today is sponsored by Athletic Greens. I take AG1 by Athletic Greens literally every day, y'all. Get comprehensive and convenient daily nutrition at athleticgreens.com/chatsports. I gave AG1 a try because I wanted better gut health and wanted a supplement that actually tasted good. I take AG1 in the morning, and it makes me feel ready to take on my day. I'm not a morning person by any means, but AG1 has made getting out of bed much easier, seriously. I take it first thing in the morning before I work out or head into the office, and it really helps me maintain my energy throughout the day. Not only that, but AG1 is great for recovery. Since taking it, I've noticed I'm more locked into and excited for my daily workouts, and I feel great even after them. Covering my nutritional bases for the day literally couldn't be easier, which is why I trust Athletic Greens. I just mix 1 small scoop of AG1 with water and drink it first thing each morning, and I'm done. I also like that it costs less than $3 a day. That is pretty good if you ask me. It's a really effective daily habit with the highest quality sourced ingredients, which is absolutely a win-win. If a comprehensive solution is what you need from your supplemental routine, then Athletic Greens is giving you a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. Go to athleticgreens.com/chatsports. That's athleticgreens.com/chatsports. Check it out. The link is in the comment section and the description of this video. Seriously, probably one of the best things I ever did. Go check them out. Let's talk about why it might be a good idea to bring in Lamar Jackson. And before you guys jump me in the comment section, just hear me out, okay? Just open listening ears right now. Like I just said, he is an MVP quarterback. You don't see this kind of opportunity just get handed there. The Ravens, for whatever reason, chose not to make sure that they didn't capitalize on the opportunity, which makes me question why. Why didn't they franchise tag him exclusively? Like, why are they allowing him to negotiate with other teams? Those are questions you have to think about, but it's an opportunity for other teams to grab him because this league is so quarterback desperate right now. We've seen that all throughout the offseason. So many teams looking for their next franchise quarterback, and the Ravens just popped one up and said, okay, well, if somebody wants to pay him, y'all can have him. Somebody's going to do it. I don't think he'll be with the Ravens next year. So this opportunity, you hand an MVP quarterback up for grabs, you got to look at it. You can't just turn a blind eye and ignore it. That's a good opportunity that you should at least look into. Again, this is a high-risk, high-reward situation. Yes, you're risking, is he going to stay healthy? You're giving up 2 first-round draft picks, probably a good bit of cash. There's a lot of risk that goes into a deal like this, but if it plays out the way that it really could, big-time payout for the Titans. This, again, franchise quarterback, you'd probably extend him throughout 2026. That brings me to the next point. Your quarterback questions are answered. We talk about Ryan Tannehill sticking around for the next year. Okay, well, what after that? What happens after that? Do you ride with Malik Willis? Do you draft another quarterback? What do you do? There's a lot of questions in the quarterback realm right now. If you grab Lamar Jackson, those questions are no longer asked. You don't need to worry about them anymore. You grab him, you've got him this year, couple more years, and then you face the quarterback questions years down the road. That has been a big what are we going to do question from the fans right now. Who do you ride with? What does the future look like? Well, there's your answer. You grab Lamar Jackson. You don't have to worry about the quarterback position for at least a couple more years. Which, in order to do this, and I kind of touched on it earlier, in order to make this happen, you would have to trade Tannehill. Now, what do you get out of that? Maybe a little bit of draft capital. The Jets were interested in Tannehill. We heard that a couple weeks ago. Is that still the case? Don't know. Aaron Rodgers could end up there. Jimmy Garoppolo, who knows at this point. But if you're able to trade Ryan Tannehill, get some draft capital out of it, then you're not at a complete loss. Not to mention, if you cut Ryan Tannehill after June 1st, you save a lot more money. That was one of my first thoughts when I heard Rand Carthon say he is a Titan, he will be a Titan, because he didn't say he's going to be a Titan next season through the season. He just said he will be a Titan. So are they waiting for that June 1st deadline to cut him and save more money? Possibly. I think that could be something that comes into play with all the Lamar Jackson talk. And of course, finally, the last reason that it might not be terrible to at least consider this, Lamar Jackson is a running quarterback. I think he would fit well with this Titans offense, specifically to relieve Derrick Henry, given that he's still in Tennessee, which we are going to get to in just a moment. Hang tight. But Lamar Jackson is a running quarterback. He's athletic. He would kind of relieve some of the weight off of Derrick Henry's shoulders. You would have a little bit more of a duo going on the offense, regardless of what receivers, O-line, please, Rand Carthon, fix those two problems. But regardless of those problems, you would still have a little bit more versatility with Lamar Jackson under center as well as Derrick Henry on the field. Should the Titans trade for Lamar? I made cases for both sides of the argument. Tell me where you stand. Let me know in the comments section. Type T for trade, type P for pass. Be honest, I won't be mad. You've got reason to believe both. So let me know in the comment section. All right, we've been talking about the Derrick Henry trade rumors for weeks now, and apparently there are conflicting reports. Is it even true? Did somebody hear something at the combine and come out and just make something up? Like, is that what they did? Did they just want clout and come out and say, yeah, they're going to trade Derrick Henry? Because it surely worked. We don't know, but Jonathan Jones from CBS, said this on the Derrick Henry trade, which leads us to believe that it might just be kind of a hoax. I know there's talk that the Titans are shopping running back Derrick Henry, but my sources tell me they are not. I had been told by general manager Rand Carthon would be methodical in his approach to free agency and changes to the team. The releases of tackle Taylor Lewan and receiver Robert Woods weren't surprising, and cutting loose edge rusher Bud Dupree also makes sense. I don't believe the Titans see any tangible free agent upgrade at quarterback over Ryan Tannehill, and taking away the most essential part of the offense in Henry would indicate Tennessee is tanking more than anything. The Titans can very much contend in the AFC South, and they'll have to do that with Henry. I think Jonathan Jones brings up a great point. The cuts that were made were very obvious. They weren't shocking cuts that had everyone, whoa, what is he doing? You knew it was coming, whether it was Rand Carthon or someone else. It was bound to happen. It made sense. And then you look in free agency, there really isn't a quarterback that kind of fits better than Ryan Tannehill right now. And when I say fits, I mean the opportunity is not golden. You're either paying too much, or it doesn't seem like the pieces are fitting together. I think Ryan Tannehill is your safest option, which is why Rand Carthon said, okay, we're going to rock with him for now. Again, Lamar Jackson, a non-exclusive franchise tag yesterday could change everything. But you are so mid right now, average, that to trade away one of the biggest pieces of your offense, the heart of the offense, would kind of seem like, one, you're either tanking, or two, you're crazy you're trying to pull a crazy move here, and there's a very slim chance that it works. I don't know what was said at the combine. You get conflicting reports from reporters. You don't know who to believe. NFL offseason is crazy. But what do you think? Do you think there's some truth behind the rumors, or somebody was looking for clout? Let me know. Are the Titans shopping Henry? Type Y for yes, type N for no in the comments section. And again, make sure to subscribe. We'll have you covered with all the Titans offseason news, rumors, and analysis that you could possibly want. Thanks for watching. We'll see y'all soon.